What makes a man both a legend and a mystery? Someone admired by millions yet feared by his own bandmates. His story is as wild and colorful as the notes he pulled out of a guitar. But behind the riffs, the feuds, and the mystique, who really is Ritchie Blackmore? Before we get too deep, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Ritchie became known as the Man in Black, always dressed in dark clothing, which added to his aura of mystery. Fans and fellow musicians often called him the Untouchable, not just because of his talent, but because of his unpredictable nature. He was impossible to imitate and even harder to pin down. His playing spanned genres from hard rock to heavy metal, blues, progressive rock, and later into Renaissance-inspired folk rock. Through songs like Smoke on the Water, Highway Star, and Child in Time with Deep Purple, or Man on the Silver Mountain with Rainbow, Blackmore proved time and again that his guitar could create riffs that would live forever. Throughout his career, Ritchie shifted between groundbreaking bands. He started out in session work during the early 60s, playing with groups like the Outlaws. In 1968, he co-founded Deep Purple, where he rose to worldwide fame. After tensions grew, he left in 1975 to form Rainbow, a band that combined heavy riffs with fantasy themes. He returned briefly to Deep Purple in the 80s before finally parting ways in 1993, when clashes with bandmates reached a breaking point. By 1997, he had reinvented himself again with Blackmore's Night, alongside his partner Candace Knight, exploring folk and Renaissance-inspired music. When it came to inspiration, Blackmore admired three guitarists above all: Jeff Beck for his raw innovation, Jimi Hendrix for his fearless experimentation, and Eddie Van Halen for his unmatched technical brilliance. These influences shaped his sound, even as he forged his own untouchable identity. Yet despite his brilliance, Ritchie's stubborn streak led to feuds, most famously with Deep Purple. His clashes with the band's management and fellow members became so heated that he was eventually kicked out, solidifying his reputation as both a genius and a troublemaker. Now well into his late 70s, Blackmore has lived a colorful personal life. He married multiple times, with marriages that ended in divorce before finally settling down with Candace Knight, his current wife since 2008. Together they have children and share both family life and music in Blackmore's Night. Over the years, Ritchie has faced health struggles and personal tragedies, though he has kept much of his private life away from the spotlight, only letting glimpses slip through in interviews. So, what is Ritchie Blackmore up to in 2025? While he's largely stepped away from the chaos of arena rock, he continues to perform selectively with Blackmore's Night, enchanting audiences with a more intimate medieval folk style. Occasionally, he reunites with Rainbow for special shows, reminding fans of the fiery guitar work that made him a legend. At 80 years old, he remains one of the most enigmatic figures in rock, part recluse, part sorcerer of sound. So, what do you think? Can anyone ever truly match the legacy of Ritchie Blackmore, or is he truly the untouchable? Don't forget to subscribe for more stories.